Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks, the State of the World on Monday, September 14th, 2020. So what is it? Well, the virus is still with us. As of early this evening, we had 6,576,065 confirmed cases in the United States and 195,618 people have passed away from this virus. That is a real tragedy, all these cases and all these fatalities, all because Trump and his people refuse to acknowledge the existence of the virus, calling it fake news, calling it a hoax. He should have put in a mandatory lockdown, national lockdown, mandated everybody wear a mask, everybody practice social distancing, and everybody only go out when you have to. And she should have used a national plan to get all the personal protective equipment and hospital equipment like ventilators and respirators needed, and also test all the tests needed, and institute a national test plan to test everyone that's positive, trace your contacts, and any of those contacts test positive, trace their contacts. Anyone who does test positive, isolate them, quarantine them, and get them well. And that's what didn't happen. So we have 6 million plus cases and 195,000 plus fatalities from this virus. We also have the post office. It still needs help, and Trump is trying to destroy the post office. And then we have uh, violence against people of color by the police, criminal justice system, police departments, and the murder of George Floyd at the hands of a white Minnesota police officer spurred protests that are still going on after a few months. And then we also have the climate crisis. We have these huge fires on the West Coast, California, Oregon, and Washington State. Very dry conditions, and a lot of fires out there, destroying homes and towns, and killing wildlife and killing people. So we really need to get a handle on this. We also have to protect all essential workers, uh, first responders, those living in shelters, um, whether it's for homeless or if people homeless or living on the streets, those living in retirement homes, assisted living homes, and veterans. Oh, excuse me. And also we need to protect the farm workers, the agricultural workers, and what they call the essential workers, because they don't have an income. We really need to have a national living wage provided to everyone in the United States until we get back to some semblance of normal, so people do not have to go to work in a job that could kill them or make them sick. Schools should remain closed until they're safe to be reopened. Everyone should be, as whole country should be shut down. No trips to the beach or the park, or to a concert or a sporting event, and no indoor dining, even outdoor dining, putting people together, few people at a time, social distancing. That's what we should be doing, but we're not, and we're paying consequences of that. 195,000 plus fatalities, 6 million plus cases. So that's a problem. Now, and also another endangered group of people are those living on Indian reservations. The infrastructure of Indian reservations is Native American reservations is not very good. Some do not have electricity. Some do not have running water. So it's a little hard to wash your hands frequently if you don't have running water. And if you're living in what they call multi-generational homes, there's not enough room to really social distance. And this is, we're in the summer now. In the winter time, people are not going to be outside because it'll be too cold. So we really need to step up and do something to help all these people. We're still burning those fossil fuels. Another another tragedy is the farm, and I'll talk specifically about California. Now, the state of California has laws on the books, laws that have been passed, regulations that have been passed to protect farm agricultural workers. So they have to get a certain amount of rest in a day's work. They cannot work in excessive heat. They have to provide it with sources of water and shade. They need to have now personal protective equipment because of the virus and also because of the wildfires. They need special masks to block out the particles that are being created by these wildfires. Well, in California, even though California has these laws on the books, they're not really enforcing as well as they should what the farm owners and farm companies are doing, how they're treating their workers, and if a worker speaks out, they could lose their job. So the farm workers facing basically a triple danger here from the coronavirus, from the bad air caused by the wildfires, and from the excessive heat, because we're having very record-breaking temperatures in California. So what do you do about all that? Well, speak up. Speak to your those who represent you on the city, village, town, county, state, and federal level. Your legislators, your representatives need to hear from you. If they don't hear from you, they assume everything is just hunky-dory. Everything is okay, which we know is not true. All right. Now, we know what we have to do, and we're going to keep working on that. We also have an election coming up in November, so we need to, everybody should make sure they're registered to vote, and then everyone should learn about the issues and candidates on their ballots so they can make an informed decision in the election. And we need to make sure that everybody can vote, can get to the polls if they want to, or have their ballots received safely in spite of Trump's efforts to destroy the post office by removing collection boxes for mail, by removing sorting machines, and even in some cases telling states they can't have drop boxes for ballots near their polling places or throughout the city. He's really trying to suppress the vote. Very bad. All right, so let's go on. We can't change what happened, but we can change what will happen in the future. So, how about a little song? I'd like to sing. This is a song that Silver Threads and Golden Needles. I'll sing part of it. I don't know all the words. And it was sung, made famous by the Springfields. So it included Tom and his sister Dusty and another boy. And they had a big hit. They recorded it in Nashville, and it's a big hit here. Now, the Silver Threads and Golden Needles was, I don't know who was the composer of that, but it's a nice song. All right, here we go. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine, and I dare not drown my sorrow in the warm glow of your wine. You think I should be happy with your money and your name, and hide myself in sorrow while you play your cheating game. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine, and I dare not drown my sorrow in the warm glow of your wine. You can't buy my love with money, for I never was that kind. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine. Okay, that's some of Silver Threads and Golden Needles. Hope you liked it. Thank you for tuning in this evening, Monday, September 14th, 2020, for a meeting of Carolyn Speaks, The State of the World. Hope you'll return again tomorrow evening for another meeting with us. In the meantime, Stay safe, take care of yourself and others, and remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night, all. Stay safe.